All right, my name is Uli Chettipally. I'm the founder of Therapeutics and now co-founder of Siri AI. I have a daughter. Her name is Siri, and she has autism. And so she has been an amazing kid, like any other father would say. But she has taught me a lot. She has taught me a lot about autism. And I understood autism not like a regular physician that I am, but more intimately because I try and test out different things. Being a researcher and a scientist, I want to test everything that is out there. I want to make sure there is evidence behind it. If there's no evidence, can we create evidence? And so that has been my journey. My background is been an emergency physician, was with Kaiser for most of my career. And then I got out of there and started a company called InnovatorMD. The idea behind InnovatorMD is that people in healthcare can come up with solutions. They know the problems firsthand, and so they come up with solutions that are unique, and we promote that. So you can check it out. We do classes, conferences, meetups, and stuff. I've been involved with the autism community and Autism Society of America, as some of you are affiliated with that. And also helpers community. I see Harry here, been a great supporter of what we do here. I've been an advisor for Forta Health. Forta Health provides telemedicine services for children on the spectrum. And then now, of course, Siri. And I'm going to talk a little bit about what Siri, why there is Siri, and why I am so passionate about what we are doing here. This is what the growth rate has been for autism, as you all know. Dara Khosrowshahi, he's the CEO of Uber, and he says this is the ultimate growth industry because there's so much demand for services, so much demand for innovation. There are no new therapies. What we have had for 20 plus years has been ABA therapy, and maybe speech, but speech is so for autistic children. Occupational therapy, maybe a little bit of it, but there's no real therapy that will help them go from point A to point B. And then there are no biomarker tests. There's no scan, there's no blood test, although we're going to change that in just a bit. And there's no clear cause. People who are non-scientists come up with various reasons why there's more autism now, but there's no clear etiology. So we got to do something. And myself being in a part of innovation community with InnovatorMD and others, I said, okay, let me dedicate time to find innovations that are out there. Let's see what innovations can we bring to the market real quickly. What is the fastest way to implementing something? Because we don't have time, because we don't have, each year there are so many kids being born, and then, all these people need help. So, obviously there's challenges with funding. We were hoping that the new administration would come up with new funding, but they seem to be cutting the funding, so that's not helpful. There's not enough people who are actually mainstream people who are interested in autism, so that they can put in their effort into it. There are no clear-cut solutions that are unique or new or novel, because we need to search for new solutions. And of course, since we have space here, we said, okay, we'll be that center, we'll be that place where we can encourage innovation in autism. So that's how we started forming this Circa Center for Autism Innovation. And this was one of our first startup. We are building a digital therapeutic, new digital therapeutic with Circa Therapeutics. This is a video of our first prototype, where we recruited 9 individuals with autism. And by the way, that's my daughter, Purple. 9 individuals with autism. So the idea is how we know that exercise is important, and I've seen that in my daughter's life. It helps with regulation, it helps with focus, it helps with aggressive behaviors, anxiety, it helps with sleep. So we take exercise, and how do you motivate these individuals with autism to exercise and be engaged? And that's when we figured out that, okay, if you do VR and video gaming and include that with exercise, that would be a good combination. And putting it into a deeply immersive state that also helps with neuroplasticity. And we want to bring that to the Bay Area very soon. We are raising our first pre-seed round for that. And then we introduced, while waiting for that, what I saw in my daughter was that she started using letterboard. I don't know, some of you may have seen it, some of you don't know what it is. It is a way of communication that has been discovered, more than a couple of decades ago. And I see some of the parents that use letterboard here, and it has been very successful, very useful for a lot of our kids who are non-speaking. And so my daughter is non-speaking. So we tried the letterboard. In the past, it didn't work. Maybe we didn't try it hard enough, but this time it clicked. And she said she wants to become a neuroscientist. She wants to go to college. Now, how do you make that happen? All her life, she never had any academic education. Even high school, has been in special ed classes, and they're not very academically oriented. So we had to start from zero and bring her up to college level to be able to go to college. And so I was looking for solutions, and luckily my co-founder, where is he, Raj? There. He said, yeah, we can use AI to do this. And so we built this solution. That's called Circa AI. And it is for communication and education. So you can create these lessons automatically based on a person's interest. And so the person it is the child or the individual that is learning, they have different interests. You can't push them into academics straight away. So we started doing that. And then so the problem we're trying to solve is, how do you, creating a lesson, it takes a lot of effort. And it can be boring and not very engaging. If you look at the lessons online, those are hard to do. Especially in our family, we have 4 or 5 people who are spelling with her. The same lessons repeat and repeat and repeat, and becomes very painful and boring. So we had to create this. And then there is lack of consistency in the quality. How do you know which grade they are in, and how do you bring them up to college level? And then, of course, limited scope. By the way, that's Siri. She's sitting right there. Hi, Siri. So why it matters now? We have seen individuals who went to college, and actually one person is actually doing a master's and PhD program at Vanderbilt, non-speaker. Started with letterboard, then went to typing. And then we have, Pramila here, I think her son is going to college too. And so we have real live examples here that it is possible to make it happen. And there's not enough manpower. This is a very time-consuming process. It needs a lot of expertise from people. And so that is a challenge. Of course, all this potential in these about 2 million individuals who cannot speak is just sitting there because they cannot express themselves. They are considered as low IQ individuals. But that's totally not true. So we created a solution, personalized learning, security because it's online. And of course, we're building a community around it, and then it's platform independent. You can do it on your phone or laptop. And that's what it looks like. All you have to do is put in circa.ai and you put in a topic and it will give you a lesson based on your individual's interests and level of learning and how many questions, how many paragraphs, how much time you have, depending on that. And then it'll track, you can track individuals' progress. And so that's what we are building here. So that's our second. Got this video in the last half hour, so that's good.
That I am speaking.
Yes. Excellent. I love it. Siri speaks. So proud of you, Siri. Are you practicing?
Yeah.
Wow. That's it. She says, Dad, I'm speaking. And so that is the kind of effect I want to see in every individual that cannot speak, that they are able to communicate with a letterboard. And so we are very proud of you, Siri. Okay, I'll stop there. And the third project, I'm sure we'll hear from Robert, where we are trying to partner with Robert's company and then bring a new way of tracking progress in individuals based on biological markers.